Okay, good night, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well and have a good, happy Sunday. And I just want to tell some more thoughts ahead of this month activity. We already had half those weekends to spend quality time on the reality and before having a Ramadan holiday the next couple of weeks. I can tell you that. But here's the deal. After being inaugurated from last Friday, I should be very proud to be part of UKM Futsal Matana once more for the second consecutive and final lap of the season, duty as Figures Futsal. And it's a strange feeling that for the first time in my life, I'm the sole 2024 student to be on charge as not just a documentation but also become a coach assistant along with the rest of 2025 student. We've got Bagus, Najib are the new leaders, and so does have an accompany with Anthony Putahalem and Christian from K3 2025. So it's not my best form, but I came here to how to contribute each other well and a strong environment to be part of Matanian. But also, if I believe the struggle I've had in the past, it is it was really tough to describe after what it has been a rough few years, but unbelievably made a strong comeback. In the last 3 semesters, got proof what I belong here with a GPA overall 3.4. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but I have to maintain myself accountable to build up a good system because what believes in me, it's my learning from mistake in order to quest for avoiding distraction and procrastination as well because this is life at stake. And the last October that we got 2 2 were quite an achievement for that hope of belief. And hello, log because how are you feeling? And if I want to improve by getting reach 500 subscribers, it's not easy. I learned from YouTube shorts how to use it from AI, some stuff from the CapCut, and Jay nice to meet you. In other words, how I learned about the YouTube shorts, requesting from what I'm gonna use ChatGPT or something else from AI, that's something built different. You gotta make something what file like cars, like animals, and something else different. So that's the commit what I'm going to supposed to as subscribers, as mentioned, and aiming to reach 500 is a one big ask. To because thanks to mentor, what I'm going to learn from this tomorrow, I still have a chance to do something else, and heading into a fifth meeting before mid exam. This is where I'm going to start focus on the progress. Everything else is on not just about theory, but also the logical, like math, for especially theory basa and automata, and so does a statistics method. The rest are definitely theory, but apologies, I forgot things like numeric method, and so does the computer networking, some like that. Anyways, not the best form I've had after 4 meetings, but I thought to dig deep when it comes to a lot of hard work, commitment, and giving some purpose. So tomorrow I had to discuss with Bang Jackie, or known as Kojimi. He was from Statistics 2021 students. I had high praise for what I've done, all the hard work as documentation, content creator, and so does a streamer. I built up a lot of different things. So if I'm going to work to prove in real life, and despite having a social skills issue to understand why I have to start interacting others well. I mean, I gotta say a much respect for all the effort I've had in the last 3 semesters, and thus keep believing and supposed to be moving forward. In other cases that this is where I'm going to go further in fourth semester without repeating the same mistake in 5 years ago. Hey Faith Gondorf, how are you? And yeah, I repeat, I'm not gonna repeat 5 years ago like the tragic setback for that. I just want to keep my life going as for the plan. Nice to meet you, Faith. If I want to, how well I am to be productive, it's time to set things up ahead of tomorrow. Make a focused mindset, especially if you want to read something like the knowledge such as a Bible, the courses you learn, and so does the leadership. That is somewhat you have a sharpen your mind and thinking about the next step of the future. And believe me, how much I can deliver the high hopes in the upcoming make exam next month. Hello, Echo Nasution, how are you? So, with the new leader from futsal that featuring Bagus and Najib, I gotta try my best to contribute well. And even though the rest are very young, like Bagus, Najib, Anthony, Putalam, and Christian from K3 2035, I have a major step up as documentation and coach assistance for what I have to do. But it doesn't mean stop. Continue my passion to build my creativity. So that's I'm going to plan. And anyway, I don't want to let myself down either as part of informatics to know how far I've truly come, making some progress. If I make some mistakes, keep going. Everyone made a mistakes. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to discuss with my consultant about Bang Jackie, which is Kojimi as reminder. That will be later after first class in the morning. And yeah, I want to focus about the Kumara Fest. So in terms of realization that PS5 controller remains in service, which means I'm gonna skip one of those summits sadly from timelines collide. But the good news is I got BMW M3 Street Rider edition already, in which relief, blessing, and I just did 3 summits at the end of month in February before the next big update, which featuring NASCAR, track editor, and New Ireland, which has loops, magnetic roads, and even some Gracie stuff. I exactly not underestimate the new challenge has in store, and the rank for Grand Race could be reset throughout the season. Hello Nadim Barak, how are you? Yeah, I repeat, Season 9 in the Kumara Fest have a huge update, such as New Ireland, track editor, and NASCAR. In NASCAR, I had no dam in mind. Just like in Gran Turismo, have a tire wear and a pit stop strategy that comes fuel. The car fuel in terms of each lap given. So if you're running on low on fuel, just like that, you gotta go to the pits. If it's empty, it's a disaster. So NASCAR is a similar concept, but there is a damage of the cars as well. So the damage, tire wear, and pits have everything. So you have to adjust your choices. On top of that, you gotta make a best strategy of the pit stop to know what you're supposed to be. I mean, nothing gets any easier. Just like in Gran Turismo, similar from Gran Turismo, but in NASCAR playlist for the Motorfest, you have to adjust the pit stop strategy in order to find a way to be the fastest time to get there. And that's what it gets in the upcoming next week summit, which is called NASCAR Opening. And not only that, we have a new premium playlist, which is LHC Cars, maybe. And we have a new island that's somewhat maybe beside from the Southwest, as mentioned. But yeah, that's all I can grasp for. Anyways, I'm going to conclude about the final one. To make sure I have to be productive, build the system. Where the time I've had, where the study about itself, the mind can speak to find a way. So my brain has defied the odds to understand why I felt so creative. I felt so much to improve knowledge. And the one thing I felt trying to not to be alone, that's why I came here. Always not to be alone. You have a very good interaction to improve social skills in order to finding a way, and that's what I really hope for. All of the real life comes worth it, but don't be pushing too hard while being productive, because that is super important. That's how I can know where the right step is. And that is it for me, and heading to fifth meeting, I really focus on myself. And so starting from tomorrow, I did a major step without getting bored or stuff. I mean, life is everything. And because this is March, I'm here to improve myself. Next one, a tough one. Really, really tough challenge we facing mid-exam in the upcoming ahead after 7 meetings. So I'm going to end here. Thank you guys for coming here. I really appreciate for all you guys. I've been done so much hard work. And by the way, for Ukai Fusamatana, about 25 flashbacks, 1 down, 6 to go. Why I call itself grooving up? Because those seniors are proving grounds for what they've learned the most when they start playing futsal back in 2023 after Antamatana. Now, 2026, they really did work cut out quickly to graduate fast ahead of next year. And so myself remain on duty, and did I see on my YouTube link yesterday, my rating is going to be 91%. Not perfect, but quite impressive, because I have a professional score all the way from start to finish. That's all I know. And the next video from 2025 flashback will determine in which other way, because we have seven videos from 2025 flashback. So I will keep up to date. And anyway, I'm going to end here. Thank you guys for watching here. I really came here for major support, reaching over 400 subscribes and still ongoing. I have to keep learning and trust the process, because nothing else is perfect, but focus on progression. That's all in my step to find a way. And thank you all for such a truly blessing. See you there.